Hi, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to take you through how you can work out question 2 of this worksheet, which says find the nth derivative of each of the following and use it to find the ninth derivative as well as the 12th derivative. So in this video, I'm just going to use question 2a. You can as well uh, you can as well find out how we have worked out question 2b, even the other questions including question 1, the rest of the questions, by registering with us, and just get in touch with the WhatsApp link in the description and be able to assist you. When you register, you actually get access to all these right here. We have done tutorial sheet 1, that is connect sections. All the questions have been done, so just register at an affordable fee and you get access to these at and watch at a time that's convenient to you. So let's get to our question. So we have y is equals to uh, e to the power 5 e to the power 1 over 5x minus 1 over 1 minus 2x. Okay, so for convenience's sake, since these are two different functions, allow me to write this as ya, okay, and this as yb, like this. Okay, so I'm going to differentiate them separately. So the idea of nth derivative is to differentiate as many times as you can so that you observe or you come up with a pattern that you're going to use as the nth derivative, such that if someone is asking you to find the 100th derivative or the 99th derivative, you don't have to start differentiating step by step. So for example, uh, the question is further asking us to find the ninth derivative and the 12th derivative. It doesn't mean you have to start differentiating step by step, like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, and like going on like that. That's going to consume a lot of time. But if you have a pattern that the derivatives are following, that's what you're going to use to find even the higher derivatives. So here, my y of a is equals to e to the 1 over 5x. My y prime of a, here I'm just going to differentiate up to the fourth derivative. I think I'm able to come up with a pattern. So here the derivative of e to the 1 over 5x is basically uh, the way it is multiplied by the derivative of the power, which is 1 over 5. So you have 1 over 5 here, e to the 1 over 5x, then y prime prime of a to be equals to this again multiplied by the derivative of the power. That's going to be equals to 1 over 25 e to the 1 over 5x. The third derivative will be equals to this multiplied by 1 over 5. So 25 by 5 gives me 125. So I have 1 over 125. That would be e to the 1 over 5x. My fourth derivative, okay, will be equals to, so it's 125 multiplied by 5. That is going to be 1 over 625 e to the 1 over 5x, like this. So one thing I observe here is that my y to the n of a is equals to, so this remains the same, it doesn't change. What changes is the coefficient. Okay, it's 1 over it is changing in fives. Okay, here is the zeroth derivative, meaning it was more like 5 to the power 0. That would be like 1, right? Here to be 5 to the power 1, 5 to the power 2, 5 to the power 3, and 5 to the power 4. So since it follows these values here, the derivative values, so this is going to be n here, like this. You have e to the 1 over 5x, like that. So I found one of them, which is y to the n of a is equals to uh, 1 over 5n. Then you have e to the 1 over 5x, like that. So let's get to the second one. Okay, so I won't really use it as a negative. I'll just write y of b is equals to, and I'm going to change this and write it on the numerator. That will be 1 minus 2x to the power negative 1. Okay, so let's see how this turns out. So your y prime of b will be equals to your negative 1 is going to drop, multiplied by the derivative of the inside part, which is minus 2. Then that will be the same, 1 minus 2x to the power negative negative 2 like that, this is going to reduce by 1. So what you end up with here is just positive 2. Okay, it's just positive 2 there. So we have 2 1 minus 2x to the negative 2. So y prime prime of b will be equals to, so this power is going to drop. It will be you are going to say 2 multiplied by negative 2 multiplied by this negative 2 on the inside, that's going to be 8. Then you have 1 minus 2x to the power negative 3. So you have y prime prime prime, like the third derivative here, it will be 8 by 2 by that, and observe to say this negative and that negative is going to cancel out. So that's going to be 8 by 2, which is 16 by 3, which is 48. Then you have 1 minus 2x to the power negative 4. Then the fourth derivative and my last derivative, because I'm able to observe a pattern up to the fourth derivative, is still like the negative of these two and the negative of this 4 are going to cancel out, but you're going to multiply it with that one. So 48 times 2 is it 96, times 4 you're going to get 384. Then you have 1 minus 2x there to the power negative 5. So one thing that I observe here is that my y to the n of b is this is changing. But how is it changing? You have a 1 here, you have a 2 here, you have 8, you have 4, you have 8, you have 48, you have 364. So I'm going to divide this into two parts. Okay, so how about let me try to consider a factorial. Okay, so if I say 1 factorial here is a 1, but I have a 2, right? Then what about here? 2 factorial is a 2, but I have 8. How can I get 8? Okay, it simply means it's also not just a constant number. For example, I put a 2 here. Let's say someone says, okay, if I say 2 factorial, or let me say 1 factorial, because n is equals to 1 here, that's a 1. Then if multiplied by 2, it gives you a 2. Let's see if it also works out for the third one. I mean for the second derivative. So for the second derivative, we say 2 factorial here. That's going to be 2. By 2, it will be a 4, not 8. Okay, meaning it's not working out for the second one. So let me try to put to the power n like this. Let me try again for the second one. If we say 2 to the n, what is our n? Our n is a 2 by 2 factorial, which is a 2. This is 4 times 2. That's going to give you 8. Let's see if it also works out for the first one. Like we go back in like reverse. We say 2 to the power 1, because n is a 1, by 1 factorial, because we say n factorial, by 1 factorial, which is still 1. You still get a 2. What about for this one here? You're going to say 2 to the power 3, because n is a 3, by 3 factorial. So 2 to the power 3 is 8, by 3 factorial is a 6. Okay, 3 factorial is a 6, and if you say 8 multiplied by 6 is 48, it works out. I believe even for this one it's going to work out, because that's the fourth one. So you have like 2 to the power 4 by 4 factorial. So 4 factorial is it 4 times 3 times 2, that would be 24, multiplied by 16. Multiplied by 16, because 2 to the power 4 is 16, that would be 384, which is correct. So having done that, I've worked out to say this is 2 to the power n by n factorial. But what is happening to this part here? That is 1 minus 2x. The power, I'll say, is minus 1, but how is it increasing? Here you have the first derivative, you have 2. Second, you have 3. Fourth, you have 5. So the way this is changing is n plus what? N plus 1, like that. Okay, so having said that, y to the n is equals to y to the n of a plus y to the n of what? Of b. So y to the n is going to be equals to 1 over 5 to the n, then e to the 1 over 5x minus 2 to the n by n factorial. Okay, I'm going to bring this guy on the denominator because it has a negative, so we'll make it a positive. So that would be 1 minus 2x to the power n plus 1, like that. So that's what we have as our nth derivative. So this is what we have come up with. So remember, the question is further asking us to evaluate like the ninth derivative. So you have like y to the 9 is equals to 1 over 5 to the 9. This is a big value. I'm not going to punch it on the calculator. You can do that if you want to. I'll just leave it like this. You have e to the 1 over 5x minus, I'll say 2 to the n by 9 factorial. It's also a very huge number. Then you have 1 minus 2x. Then you have n, or let me say 9 plus 1, that would be 10, and that's how you'd have it. So the second one wants the ninth derivative, sorry, the 12th derivative. So you have y to the 12 is equals to 1 over 5 to the 12 e to the 1 over 5x minus 2 to the 12 by 12 factorial. Let me put multiply by 12 factorial here, divide by 1 minus 2x. That would be 12 plus 1, that would be a 13, and these two are your evaluations. But this was the most important thing to do, so that we come up with, it helps us with something that is correct that we can use to evaluate higher derivatives. And this is how you work out this question. Thank you very much for watching.